Today on Big Blend Radio's Eat, Drink, and Be Merry show, we're going to get a taste of Tulare County, an agricultural hub and culinary destination in California's beautiful Sequoia Country. The region is home to Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks, the giant Sequoia National Monument, and Sequoia National Forest, and it makes for a really cool destination. I mean, it's a vacation destination no matter what time of year, and if you're out there hiking, let me tell you, you're going to want some good libations and some good food, and the Gateway communities know how to do it. There's all kinds of activities to enjoy, museums, festivals, art shows, and there's a lot of shopping and, of course, a lot of restaurants, and apparently breweries are sprouting up everywhere. It's a very hoppy destination. It's located east of Fresno. It's about 4 to 5 hours, an easy drive from San Francisco Bay Area, and a 3 to 4 hour drive from Los Angeles. So everybody, you can go to discoverthesequoias.com. We also cover the region in nationalparktraveling.com. Now we've got 3 special guests joining us from the Sequoia Tourism Council. I say beer and I get all tongue-tied.
Yeah, how about that?
I know. We've got Sandy Blankenship. She's the executive director of the Exeter Chamber of Commerce. You can learn more about Exeter. Go have a look at their site. It's exeterchamber.com. Hey, Sandy, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. I'm glad you can join us. I know it's only for a few minutes, but hang in there. We've got a couple other special guests joining us. We have Dawnette Silva Carter. She is the CEO of Tulare Chamber of Commerce, and that is, Exeter is known as the capital of citrus, or the citrus capital, right? And Dawnette's going to tell us you are in the Moo capital. If you go to tularechamber.org, are you in the Moo capital?
We absolutely are the Moo capital. We are the dairy capital of the world.
Oh, there we go. So moo. There you go.
We like dairy.
Love those cows. We like cheese. We're going to get some tips on making these cheesy rolls today, and so I think we need to come visit you first. Go get some good cheese. Go to Tulare for that. And then Visalia is a beautiful historic city, a wonderful downtown with lots of restaurants and a great farmers market. We have Suzanne Bianco joining us from the Visalia Convention and Visitor Bureau, and you can check out the website. Go to visitvisalia.org. Suzanne, welcome back to the show. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Glad to be here.
We're excited to have you here because apparently you got a lot of brewalicious things happening in Visalia.
Yeah, lots of great things.
More beer happening in Tulare, but I know, Sandy, you were on our show a few weeks ago telling us that Exeter is now getting on the brew scene as well.
We are. We have a new tap room called Rockyard Tavern, and it's located in our downtown area. Great place, great ambiance. They don't have a kitchen where they serve actual food. It's more of just a tap house, but they do have special nights where you can go. They make arrangements with either a food truck or a caterer, and so you can acquire some food and have a really nice evening there. They bring in live music. It's a great place.
Cool. Sounds like fun to me. And of course, can we mention the Stag? The watering hole? That's another watering hole. We have to.
Yes. I think the Stag has been around probably 40 years or more, probably more than that, actually. And it's one of only 2 full bars in town where they, have a full bar that they can serve. Cafe Lafayette's the other one that they have a full bar where they can serve hard liquor as well as beer and wine. So Exeter doesn't have too many full bars.
Well, you're a small town. I mean, I know it's a city, but going into Exeter, you don't feel like a city. It's so quaint, and you've got all the murals everywhere. And that's the one thing I wanted to say because, you're an agricultural community, I know, known for citrus but also grapes. And one of the highlights, for foodies is to take the mural walk, and you're going to want it after you go and eat some of the restaurants, the Mexican food that you have there, the bakeries, you're going to want to take a walk afterwards. But you've got a lot of the murals represent the agricultural heritage of your city.
Right, yes. And that's the theme of our murals is they need to have historical value either by photographs and or historical accounts of why the mural is being presented. I mean, we do allow our artists to take some artistic license with it to make it attractive and fun to look at. However, they all have historical value, and agriculture is a huge part of Exeter.
That's true. Now Monet's, they're still there, right? I've got to ask because I remember having a good time with wine and French cuisine. Is it still French? What's happening over there?
Yes. In fact, Exeter has 2 French-inspired restaurants, and I don't even know that there's people say, well, we don't even have that in Visalia, which is not a knock on them, but it's good for us if we can have a little niche. That would be good, that we can have the French cuisine here, and they're both very nice. I mean, you would not be disappointed either place that you go. The food is fabulous.
Cool. And I remember also.
Oui.
I know, oui. I thought I should say. So, also, the Wildflower Cafe was one of our favorite places to eat because you're literally in a little garden out there, and it's beautiful.
The ambiance there is very special. You can eat inside or outside, depending, of course, on the temperature around here. It can either be too cold or too hot to sit outdoors. However, the cuisine is more of your California cuisine, lots of interesting sandwiches and salads, very gourmet, and it's just really nice. It's a little more casual than Monet's and Cafe Lafayette, so you can go in, be very comfortable. They also have wine available that you can have by the glass or the bottle, and desserts. Yeah, these places make excellent desserts as well. So you can kind of do a little round robin where you can have salad one place and then your entree another, and then go somewhere else for dessert. And you can make a whole evening of it and see the murals in between, so you walk a little bit of it off because, you would need to do that.
We like the mural part. And then the Mexican food. That is something. I mean, the whole region is incredible.
Yes.
That's really good food.
Yeah,
Seriously.
Tulare County has excellent Mexican food. We're very blessed.
Very, very cool. I'm hungry now.
I know,
just thinking of it. And I'm
doing
thinking
this right before dinner.
I know, this is crazy, The other thing, too, I just wanted to mention was you've got the bakeries, Hometown Emporium. Like, I know people go there for lunch, but those cookies, can I just mention the cookies?
Yes, you may. Yes. She has wonderful cookies, and they serve donuts. They have pastry that they make. They have cream puffs, cupcakes, cookies, cakes. They make custom cakes for birthdays and whatnot. And pretty much. And then at Christmas time they do candies, and they have something at Christmas time called Hometown Trash. And I know that doesn't sound very appetizing, but they take like pretzels and crispy Chinese noodles, peanuts, popcorn, Cheerios, and they cover it with white chocolate, and it's just kind of this mixture of sweet and salty.
Yummy.
Yeah, it's to die for. And they only do it at Christmas time.
I know. I'm like the salt and the sweet is really good. Now what about shopping for like gifts? Because a lot of our friends, and I know Dawnette's on the phone here because I know you say shopping and her ears perk right up.
Exactly.
And Joe, her husband's going, I can smell it in the air. She's getting that handbag out. She's getting the wallet out, everybody. Stop her now. But shopping for gifts, for culinary, like for foodies, and just even, if we want to get chocolates or something local, especially being, an agricultural community, are there places to shop for those kind of goodies?
Yes, we have a new shop that opened up called E Street Market, and they kind of coined themselves as a farmers market where they get some fresh fruits and vegetables from the area, as well as honey, and they have some of the local milk products, and they have local cheeses that are artisan cheeses that are made locally. It's not necessarily all from Exeter, but it's from our region, and we have some fabulous stuff there, and you could go in and buy that like for a picnic. And they also do wine tasting because they sell wine by the bottle, so you can go in, have a little taste, see what you like, and then purchase the bottle and take it home with you. And they have also locally made products as well, like wood-turned bowls and pottery and candles and soaps and they just have all kinds of really unique products. And again, it's all from our region. The Sequoia region just has so many artists. It's just a real artist bounty here.
Donette, did you hear that?
A lot of shopping. I know I'm in the right place. That's one of the things that I really like about our region too. Is there's so much to offer. For the foodies, we have so much to offer. And for the shoppers, you have everything from your unique boutique shopping to your outlet shopping, all types of antique shopping in the area. So really just a great opportunity when people come to visit that they can eat their way through the region, they can shop their way through the region, and then, of course, they have all kinds of other events and activities in the forest and the parks to go and visit in the midst of all of that.
And you got to go take a hike. You've got the Big Trees Trail. It's one of the easiest hikes on the planet and the most eye-opening because you really are right there with the giant trees. The giant sequoia is the world's largest living tree by volume, and also you've got the Trail of 100 Giants up in Sequoia National Forest as well. So really a lot of good opportunities there. Speaking of shopping, Visalia, Suzanne. I mean that you've got a big downtown there with a lot of shops. It's actually a nice blend of shops and services. It's a true Main Street community.
It is. It's a really quaint little, quaint is the wrong word for it because that makes it sound as though it's really sleepy, but it's a really vibrant downtown that's people love walking through. We also have a similar store, enjoy the store, Sandy, like Exeter. I think this area just really embraces the local movement. So I think they really like to highlight those artisans that are in our area and the food products that are from our local growers. So yeah, a lot of fun things to shop, places to go and things to do.
Go ahead, Nancy.
I was just going to say it always kind of gives me kind of a European vibe to it.
Yeah,
maybe a little bit. Yeah, I think so too.
Well, that's because you have a phone booth, a British phone booth. That's what it is.
That must be it.
It's
that is true.
The Visalia Fox Theater is like one of the most beautiful buildings, And then you've got the farmers market. I love your farmers market. It's like, as a traveler, you want to get like fresh fruit and vegetables, and you want to go to restaurants, but you start to go like, dude, I need some fresh. I want to taste the local, like as it comes off the trees or comes out of the ground. I want that local flavor. And I remember getting good cheeses, and it was really cool and big. I mean, you could come right out of your hotel, and we were at the Marriott downtown by the convention center. Walked out of the hotel, had a few bites. Then went and had a glass of wine.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, gosh, you're making me very thirsty, by the way. All this talk about beer and wine. Is it 5 o'clock yet?
Yeah. Over here in Arizona it is. Maybe you should hop the border and just bring your beer with you and so we can taste it. I love it. I wanted to touch on the agriculture before I know you have to run, Sandy, but one of the most amazing memories that we have of the area in spring was when all the orange blossoms bloomed, and you could smell it. It smelled like honey in the air. I mean, it is absolutely fragrant. I mean, it's intoxicating in a good way.
It smells like mimosas.
I know. When does this occur?
It's typically around April, towards the mid to late April, and it really depends on the weather that we have and how quickly the blossoms open up, because if we can have a fairly warm spring, they can open a little sooner, but it's typically in April, and it can't go anywhere without smelling them, and it is beautiful. It feels like we have just one great big air freshener in town. It's fabulous, and like you said, it's very intoxicating.
And so you really are primarily the citrus part of it. So it's oranges, mandarins, a little bit of everything, right?
Yes, it's not there. Not all those trees are blooming at the same time. It's mainly the, I want to say it's the navels that are blooming at that time, and we have quite a few of those, but not all the citrus trees are blooming at the same time, but it's enough that you can smell it wherever you go.
Excellent.
I think I was going to just say real quickly, I think one of the prettiest drives in the world, really, is the drive through our areas up through to the Sequoia National Park as you're going through all those orange groves, and you can see the blooms and smell the fragrance. It's something it's really super, I think.
Yeah,
right.
because
and if we do it just right, we might have some wildflowers going on at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't had
See,
much rain this
snow-capped
year,
mountains.
but
Yeah.
I was going to say too, because you've got nut trees that start to bloom, and you've got also, and then don't you get like plums and nectarines and things like that too?
Just along Highway
we have
198, along Highway 198 on the way into the park, you pass no less than 17 different crops that are growing: kiwi and nuts and oranges and all sorts of different types of citrus. It's an amazing region for that.
You see,
and all those trees are pretty.
I know. I know. Dawnette, what about olive trees? Don't bloom, do they?
Yes.
Yes, they do. Yes.
Yes.
And we have olive trees too. That's one of the things that is so unique. You know, Tulare County of the Sequoia region is actually one of the top ag producing regions in the world. We're usually within the top 1, 2, or 3, and it's normally us and our neighbors to the south or our neighbors to the north, and that's something that's unique about the area. So you're actually getting your, farm to table, very fresh foods. A lot of restaurants we have in the area that actually do that as something that they specialize in, and they pride themselves on that. They go out and shop the farmers markets or the local farmers, and they're bringing things right to the table. And then, as the other two ladies mentioned, each of our communities, we all have a store where they are sharing the products that are the local products. So whether it's nuts, it's chocolates, because we have chocolate, Stafford's famous chocolates in Porterville. We have all types of different things that you can get fresh in all of our communities. And everybody shares and highlights those things that are produced within the region. So olive oils, wines, olives, you name it. Seriously, we do have it in the Sequoia region. One of the other things, too, that is nice, and pretty much it's year-round, you're going to find farmers markets, and you're also going to find farm stands just out as you're driving through the countryside and sometimes in the cities, too. You're always going to find fresh produce and fresh products that you can pick up and take home or just, eat along the way as you're taking your drive throughout the region. So it's really nice to have that as a uniqueness within the Sequoia region and Tulare County. And one of the things, too, that goes along with that, where you can also find a lot of specialty foods as well, is that we are home to the World Ag Expo, which is the largest agriculture show in the world, literally over 100,000 people that come to our area annually for this event. And again, it's just a showcase of agriculture, so very unique to our area.
In fact, I know that's happening in February, and so it's every February. Everybody look that up, and if you go to tularechamber.org, you'll be able to keep up with that, because they've got a great museum at the World Ag Center as well. I know, Sandy, you have to run off, and can we say congratulations yet?
No, I still don't have a baby yet.
But you do have
my
Walter
grandbaby is being stubborn.
Just tell them there's deer on the other side. And good luck with that on your grandbaby. And
thank you.
Glad you could join us. I know it was for a real quick, short little visit, but everyone again, exeter-chamber.com is the place to go to keep up with Exeter. Thanks for joining us, Sandy.
Yes, thank you for having me.
All right.
Take care.
Take care and say hi to Walter.
I will do that. Bye-bye.
Bye. Walter the cat, that's another thing. Everybody's got their mascots too. And Dawnette, I remember this giant painted cow in your office, the chamber.
Yeah, that is Jenny, and she is absolutely beautiful, and she is a beautiful piece of art that we have in our lobby, a full-size acrylic cow who is a beautiful piece of art, and she helps us to welcome all of the visitors that we get from all over the world who come to visit the dairy capital. And speaking of dairy, and we were talking about the different types of products you can get fresh. In our area, we actually have a couple of different producers who produce the milk, locally. Actually, we have quite a few, but there are a couple that have like boutique stores. So we have Rosa Brothers Milk, where you can actually go into the store. You can buy your fresh milk. You can buy all types of flavored milk that they have. So things like root beer milk, you get strawberry milk, of course chocolate milk that everyone loves, and you can also just get your regular milk, and it's all in bottles. So we've all kind of gone back from the cartoned milk to the bottled milk, and then we have Top of the Morn, and they actually deliver the milk to your home, like in the old days. So it's pretty cool, what you can find. And that Rosa Brothers store is the one in our area that really carries all of the different local products. So you can go in and you're going to find products that are produced throughout the region, and they're going to let you sample the milk, and you can also sample the ice cream, which they produce right there. So just it's a lot of fun to come and visit the area, especially if you're the foodie type of person that you like these different unique experiences. And then, of course, there are all kinds of restaurants that we have to offer in Tulare. So we were just talking about Mexican food. We have some great spots for that. We have a restaurant that is an airplane, and you get to go and
there. We love the restaurant. I mean, you're getting served out of an airplane. It's super
so cool.
It's cool.
Yeah, it is.
So, and it's really good food.
So very
it's not airplane food.
Yeah, it's not airplane food.
No, it's not. It's way better than airplane
really
food. And just across the street from there, you have Hazel's Kitchen, which is a great place to go. And also, they're one of the ones that do specialize in a lot of the local products, too. And you can get your sandwiches on Portuguese sweetbread, and that's something that is very unique in our area, too. One of the things I really like is that we have this great blend of different types of cultures, and that makes it fun if you are a foodie person. You like to go to the different places. We have a great Portuguese bakery, and they have a lot of different specialty foods that you can get there. But most important, really, for most people would be the Portuguese sweetbread. That's what everybody's looking for when they come. And then you can go to the Panderia, and you have the Mexican bakery and wonderful baked goods there as well. And so just a wonderful blend, really, of different kinds of places to eat and visit when you come into our region.
You said blend more than once. I just want to say that. So you get
I know,
extra beer, okay? And so I want to talk about the beer in Visalia, because I remember going to Brew Bakers, but you have some foodie festivals happening in Visalia. I remember I remember at one point you had like a waiters race or something.
Yeah, we still do.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Yeah. So a couple of things that I probably would want to mention. One is the wine walk in downtown. That's in April 5th, where, our downtown is such a sort of a quaint, walkable downtown where people sort of stroll from restaurants to shops and whatnot. So when they have the wine walk, you just go into each of the stores along the route and get a sample of wine, that's a nibble of some cheese, and, meet with all your friends as you're walking up and down the streets. It's a great event. But more importantly than that, we have the Boots, Brews, and Bacon Festival. Like how delicious does that sound?
Yeah. Bacon and beer.
Yeah, exactly. Our two favorite things wrapped into one. So this is actually in summertime when when it's really warm outside. They have this on the inside at the convention center. It's called the Boots, Brews, and Bacon. So there's a little bit of country music, bunch of vendors that are serving up brews, and then the restaurants sort of compete for the king of the bacon bite. So they have different samples, different treatments, I guess, of bacon. So if you're a bacon aficionado, come on down for that. That's a great one.
Wow.
Sort of, I know. Does it make you drool? Wipe it from your chin.
I want bacon dipped in chocolate. I know people have done some of that.
I bet that's good.
But when you said the boots part of it, we used to have beer mugs that were boots, cowboy boots. I don't know.
Oh, right.
That's the first thing I thought was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
so boots representing sort of the country music, I think, is they have some bands that play, and so that's a great event that's coming up, and craft beer festival in April, and all summer long we have the Brews, Blues, and Barbecue first Friday of the month in an outdoor space. They have it's all free bands. You come listen and get some brews and barbecue to listen to the music. So
nice. Yeah. I'm liking this. I like the events part of it too, because you always get kettle corn and all these different local vendors too that food trucks and all of that goodness. And so the event thing is another draw for foodies. I know one thing too. You've got brew bakers and you've got breweries and everything, but I do want to touch on Porterville. because that was an area that I remember some really good Mexican food. I remember getting Plano jerky, and going to music on Main Street. They have that event pretty much in the summer and fall, right, Donette, where the music is out there and you can eat sandwiches. And
Yep, you can go out every Friday evening and enjoy some great music, just kind of hang out. They have that in Porterville, and then in downtown Porterville, you mentioned, or I guess I mentioned chocolates. That would be the chocolate.
Oh,
so
Stafford.
Stafford's famous chocolates.
Oh,
they produce all of their chocolates right there on Main Street.
Ooey
they ship all over the world.
Ooey gooey.
Yeah, the Ooey Gooey bar. They are famous for that, and they make all of their marshmallow for that. Marshmallow made on site, caramel made on site, chocolate, everything is produced there at their shop. And then their new store that they did just open on Main Street, what's really super cool about that is that you can go in and they have a viewing window. So you can actually see this in the process. I think that makes it all the more fun to do. And then you taste some chocolates and definitely take some home. And they also have a coffee bar now that they've added on.
Wow.
So just a great experience
Wow.
in downtown Porterville, as well as you mentioned, the Mexican restaurants that they have there.
El Tapatio.
The one you were talking about.
Those giant
yes,
margaritas.
They are very, very giant margaritas, and you can even get your margarita with a bottle of beer in it, too.
Yes,
so
we did.
It's a great dining experience. You've got Randy's Bistro if you're looking for something a little on the Italian and an American steakhouse type side, and the Oak Pit. They're just a great variety of different experiences there. And, of course, they have the Iris Festival, which is nearing its 20th year in existence, and so a lot of different great local vendors that come to that as far as food as well as shopping, my favorite thing. And, just celebrating the purple iris, which is the city flower. So a lot of events within the whole region, everything from the wine events to the beer fest, because Porterville also has one, and we have beer and wine walks in Tulare as well. So truly, if you're coming into our region, you can come and come again, because there are so many things to do between all of the visiting of the restaurants, the various different amenities that we have to offer, and all of the festivals and different types of events. I can pretty much guarantee you're going to find something to do to keep you busy all of the time. And it's not just for adults, it's a family region too, so very family friendly. And many of these events, of course, have activities for the kids too. So we really want to, talk to people about that. There's a lot to come and do, and to bring your entire family.
I also want to touch on a couple areas. Springville, in fact, we have music from Springville for this. I remember that being like an apple region. So that was like, because you're going more towards the mountains and the entrance to Sequoia National Forest. Are they still don't they have like a farmer's market or apple thing in the summer?
They have the farmers markets that they do regularly, but they also have the Apple Festival. That is happening in the fall in Springville. And let me tell you, those apple pies are very sought after. They usually sell out the first day, and they have some of the best apple pies ever. And again, a lot of different types of handcrafted items that people can pick up while they're there, as well
shopping
as sampling other flavors of the region, enjoying some great music again, and just a great, very small little town. Not a whole lot of people that live there. It's a very small population, and just a great, quaint little community to go and to visit. And they also do a big rodeo in the springtime. So, again, just a lot of activities and events, a lot of things, centered around food. I mean, we have some of the largest, food processors for pistachios in that region as well. And, a lot of different types of food processing throughout our entire Sequoia region. So that's one of the things that's nice about being one of the largest ag producers, in the world, is that you grow all of this agriculture, and then you also have the production process that's happening in the area as well. And some of those places do offer tours too.
I know, Suzanne, don't you have you got McKellar Family Farms, which we stayed at and had a good time. We stayed in the Hummingbird Cottage, so we got to actually stay on the farm. I don't know, do they still open that up to the public to stay in?
They do. They have a lot of events. It's such a beautiful venue. They have a lot of weddings and other events out there, and often the Hummingbird Cottage is used as the bridal suite, I guess, if you will. In March, on March 24th, if you really want to get get up to your elbows in agriculture, they're offering a U-Pick day where you can go and pick oranges, take wagon rides, tour the farm, and meet Farmer Bob, who is a longtime orange grower in our area. So that's a really fun opportunity to get the kids out there and see what it's really like to actually pick your fruit and be amongst all the orange groves. It's wonderful.
That's awesome. And the other thing too, getting out there on the farm part is really exciting. One of the places we also went to that was like a farm experience was in Dinuba, the Nailers. They have a bed and breakfast. Yeah, they had peaches. Oh my God, the peaches were so really. I always talk about a good peach is when it's fresh off the tree and you bite into it, and then your mouth and it just drools down your face and on your clothes. You got peach juice everywhere. Peach juice gin. Yeah, that's me, man, and that's like I am happy because a really good peach is like there's nothing like a good peach.
I agree with
fresh. That. But the peach. Oh, here she goes. But I know Dinuba has a lot of the the stone fruit, and a lot of grapes. But they used to be like the raisin capital, I think, and they still have like a raisin festival in honor of it. And I think it's in. I'm not sure when. I don't know. Do you know, Donette or Suzanne? I can't remember, but it is there. You can go to the chamber. If everyone goes to discoverthesequoias.com, every community we're talking about, you can link through to them. Even like Lindsay, we're talking about olives. Lindsay olives that you see, in the store. That is where it all started.
I love olives.
Was from Lindsay.
You could just eat your way through the region.
And there's a giant olive outside the Super 6 hotel. This is what I remember.
Go take a selfie by the olive.
Yeah, and Suzanne, before you go too, I also wanted to touch on Nancy was saying that Visalia's got that European feel. Yeah. Valhalla's, I remember that being a unique food experience too, because that was it was Danish, and you got like those Abelskivers and those were fun.
Oh, people come. I have friends who live in Los Angeles, and when they come here to visit, that's the only place they want to go eat. They don't care what else they do. They just have to make sure they eat at Valhalla. Yeah. So that's a great restaurant, really great family-friendly restaurant. The family that owns that really puts it's sort of a homemade meal. You don't feel like you're in a restaurant. You feel like you're in somebody's, at someone's home. So delicious food for sure. Those
and what about Bravo Farms? Bravo Farms, I remember going to them in Tulare, and then also there was one out. Is it Traver? Have I got the Traver?
Yes. Yeah, and the one in Traver is that unique family experience where not only do you have the restaurant and you also have their farm stand that they have available, and you can also purchase antiques there, and they have other items in their gift store, but it's also a lot of fun for the kids. They have this whole little town that they have built, this old-fashioned little western town, and just a great lot of fun for the kids to go through. And they're actually currently going to be doing an expansion.
They're always growing. I remember the one in Visalia. The salads were incredible, just incredible food. And it was Derek. We were sitting there and having all kinds of cocktails. We made a bunch of cocktail videos and interviews, but most of it was a bunch of giggles. But they were some seriously good, cocktails. Tito's vodka, I remember, was a main part of it.
And they do a very where you can get a lot of products too. So they have a lot of products in their stores that they have in their restaurant store in Tulare. You can also get a lot of their cheese. They have their own line of cheese as well as other products that they feature from the region too.
Yeah,
in addition to having lunch.
Cheese. What were you saying, Suzanne, about them?
That's what I was going to add. I was going to say, well, they have that. They're definitely that farm to fork feel because you do get that great salad, and it sounds light, but it's the biggest salad you've ever had that you can make on your own. But they have a little shop as well with some of their vintage cheeses and other great little things, fun to poke around in. Okay, so now everyone's got an idea. Basically, you're going to eat, drink, and be merry in Tulare County. That's it.
Sure.
There's shopping, there's festivals, there's restaurants. I mean, it's just everything. It's there. And it's fresh, and there's beer, there's wine, there's olive oil. It's all there. There's museums. I know there's the tractor museum. There's all of this, and then the farm experiences, farm stays. I want to ask each of you, since Valentine's Day is coming up in a couple of weeks here, a romantic dinner date out, where are you going? And you only can pick one restaurant. Yeah, I know it's difficult because you work in the tourism industry and everyone's going to yell at you. But just for you personally, that if your special someone says, okay, we're going to go here. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? So let's start with you, Suzanne.
Well, if I'm gonna cheat and I'm gonna give you two. One is if I want the super special, romantic, this is our anniversary year, just fabulous dining experience, I would hands down go to the Vintage Press restaurant. Just a beautiful restaurant with delicious food, but it's a dining experience that is, 5 stars. Then if I am with my honey, but I'm just feeling like having a brew and hanging out on the patio and having some Mediterranean food, I might choose the Pita Kebab Gastropub in downtown. They have a fantastic array of beer titles, that you can choose from. In fact, they're hosting a tap takeover where you come in and they'll have a particular brand of beer will take over their taps. So if I'm feeling kind of casual and I just want to sit on the patio in the warm evening with the white lights that are twinkling and have a beer and be able to just chat with my honey, that's probably where I would pick. So I'm sorry I cheated and gave you two.
Right on. Hey. So now what about you, Dawnette?
Okay. Well, actually, this is very timely because my husband already told me he made reservations, and we actually go the weekend before because we have those 100,000 guests that are going to be here for Farm Show. So it's a little bit challenging to find a location during that actual Valentine's Day. So we're going to go the Saturday before, and what we're going to do is go to La Piazza. Very authentic Italian food, wonderful wines, great desserts. So we're very much looking forward to that. That's going to be our Valentine's Day date night. And then we're also going to go over to Galaxy Theaters. We have a great theater here in Tulare that has reclining chairs in it and laser production, and it's just a wonderful place to visit. You can even have a glass of wine while you're there and enjoying your movie. So that's going to be our date night.
That's
awesome.
Cool.
Awesome, ladies. Thank you so much. Nancy and I are hungry. We're thirsty.
Right.
I'm like, normally there's no wine. There's just water. And I'm looking at the water going, can someone make the water into beer now? I need help. I need hops. So if you want to get hoppy, hop, skip, and jump over to Tulare County and go see some big trees. But go eat, drink, be merry, and then walk it off. Definitely a lot of outdoor experiences as well. Again, everyone, discoverthesequoias.com is the website that will connect you to all the communities. You can also listen to past interviews and see our articles on the area. Go to nationalparktraveling.com. And again, for everyone that was on the show, Sandy over in Exeter, her website is exeter-chamber.com, and she has a nice map of all the murals that you can go see and a list of the restaurants and hotels. Same for tulare-chamber.org. That's for Dawnette. And when you go in and see Dawnette, go say hi to the cow, the painted cow. That's important. And then over at Suzanne's area is Visalia, beautiful city. Go to visitvisalia.org, and you'll find all the events, and she even has events for other parts of the region. Great event calendar on there because I scalp it all the time. For the magazine, I know that calendar inside and out. And basically, every major act goes and plays at the Fox Theater in Visalia. It's pretty amazing. So after date night, go to the Fox and catch a show. Like the Beach Boys they're going to be there March 1st.
Oh,
yeah,
that's right. Exciting. That's right. Yeah.
I know. I was like, wow. I was looking at that today. I'm like, dude, there's so much going on in your area. So really appreciate you all joining us. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, ladies.
Well, here's a song for you. It's called Hey, Hey, California. It's from Everett Coast. They're based in Los Angeles, but Josh comes from Springville, and that's how we met him. And he's been on our shows, him and Danny, for years now. And so since he's from Springville, so here's a toast to apples in Springville. Here is Hey, Hey, California. Thanks, ladies.
Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
I'm hoping you know how far I would go for your love. You think you've seen it all before. I'm gonna show you that I can't outgrow you, darling. You leave me wanting more, but But now I'm far, far away in East Tennessee. I just need another drink in front of me. It's been a long damn ride across the country, and it'll be a long damn time till I come home. I'm plucking petals off of flowers. It's been 8 months, 3 days, 2 hours. Every moment I miss you more. But baby, when I get home, I know we'll pick up where we left off. And this show I'm living in will come to a close till I'm back out on the road. But now I'm far, far away in East Tennessee. I just need another drink in front of me. It's been a long damn ride across the country, and it'll be a long damn time till I come home. On the horizon, only one thing on my mind is I sing, hey, hey, California. Counting lines and street signs, anything to pass the time as I sing,